Hey everyone, it's the Bi Guy. Um, for this video, I'm going to tell you my story in as little time as I can. So, I'm going to get right to it. I, as you know, identify as bisexual. I'm going to bring you back, way back, maybe 5 years, to 6th grade, when I was in 6th grade. When I was there in my little middle school, first year middle school, I was wandering the halls and, people were throwing around this weird word. That word was bisexual. What could this word mean? So, I got home later, and thanks to Google, I knew the definition. Wikipedia defines as bisexuality as a sexual behavior or an orientation involving physical and or romantic attraction to both males and females. I couldn't agree anymore. Honestly, I couldn't. Because it was a way that I could explain how I felt. Give an explanation to these feelings. So, 7th and 8th grade, I contemplated, is this really what I am? And if so, can I accept it? That answer came pretty quickly, well, sort of, in 8th grade, when I said, yes, I can accept myself. Of course, I thought it was also just a phase, and, forget it. It could not, might just be this little, this little musical number that pops up and just doesn't go away for a while. Gets stuck in your head. So when I was a freshman in high school, I'm currently a junior. When I was a freshman in high school, I figured that, high school, first year of high school, push those feelings, those thoughts aside, and focus on my schoolwork. Although I didn't really focus on my schoolwork, I focused on my music and my guitar playing. I still pushed those feelings aside. However, during freshman year, a good friend of mine, she came out to me that she was bisexual, and I was accepted because that's how I've been raised to be. And after, she was, I don't want to say outed, but when she was discovered by those who really it shouldn't have gotten to, things just really went downhill for her. They constantly just made fun of her. And it was hard for me, as her good friend, to stand on the sidelines and sit there and go, what's going on? Why are these people being this cruel? I don't get it. So, I went into a depression period where, thankfully, thank God, I was smart enough to not abuse myself, drugs, or alcohol. Because if I had done any of those, I don't know how I would be able to explain it. I really wouldn't. And it'd be something I would have to live with for the rest of my life. So, after about a good year and a half of being mildly depressed, although I did put up a mask in front of my friends, and as far as I know, it seemed to have worked. And I tried putting that mask up in front of my family, and my mother, she knew something. She knew something was wrong. And I was depressed through sophomore year and half of the time in between sophomore and junior year. which ran into my summer. I 3 months ago, in August, yeah, I decided, with the help of a gay friend of mine, that I have to tell someone. And I have to tell someone who could do something and who could significantly matter to me. So I told my mother. Although I made her guess what I was going to tell her, which I do not recommend you to do. If you're going to come out to your parents or anybody else, do not have them guess. It's not good. Although my mother accepted me because she loves me and she supports me, there was going to be many hardships. I told the rest of my family, my dad's side of the family, and my mother's side of the family. I was happy with it because I had that support system that I needed, as far as my family went. But then there was something that happened at school. I went into school, and I had maybe set 2 feet inside the school, 2 steps inside the school, when this group of people, these 3 people, 2 guys and a girl, I remember that, walked by me, and one of the guys said, hey, look at the fag. It honestly wouldn't have bothered me. It would have bothered me that they said it in such a negative way. But then the other guy looks at me, points at me, and says, oh yeah, I heard about you. I went to, in one day, I went from so happy with myself to very depressed and very scared. I walked to my locker pale as a ghost. My friends knew something was wrong, and I basically told them, I have to get out of here. So I texted my mother frantically, that in all first period class, saying, get me out of here. It's not safe for me. I need to get out of here. So we met with the crisis counselor at my school. And when we told her what had happened, she was totally supportive of me. We were afraid that maybe she wouldn't be, and that she would maybe glaze over the bullying just because, I identified technically as gay. But she was totally supportive, and she let me go home that day because I really didn't feel comfortable at school that day. So I started from the suggestion of a family friend going to a group called NAGLY, which is the North Shore Alliance of Gay and Lesbian Youth. And they have helped me so much. They have given me a space for the first time in my life, be truly myself. And I thank them dearly for that. This is now 3 months after coming out. Almost 4. Because December's right around the corner, my friends. And I've seen the ignorance. Not the absolute amount of ignorance, but ignorance nonetheless. But through all that, I've been happy. I'm in a relationship with someone who means the world to me. I have the greatest friends that I could ever ask for. And I just have the support that unfortunately not everyone has. And things just, I don't know. how they can get this bad. But know this, and this has been said all over the place, especially in the past couple months. My friends, it will get better. It always does. Unfortunately, there are those who felt so pressured and so bullied and just so prejudiced against that they felt that they had to take their own life. And I speak of the 10 plus suicides of teenagers that have occurred within the past few months, past couple months even. It breaks my heart to see that people feel that there is no other way out than to take their own life. It upsets me. It really does. Because know this, there is never a problem so great that you have to die for it. And know this as well. And I'm going to steal my grandmother's quote here. Excuse me. You may not have the answer to the problem. You don't. Maybe you don't. But someone else does. Someone else has the answer that you're looking for. They're out there. Look for them. Do not take the way out that will hurt so many people. Do not take your own life. So, I am the happiest I've ever been right now. After speaking about such a sad topic, I get into happiness. I have my friends, my family, Naggly, my significant other, and just God to thank. Because this is who I am. This is what I was put on the world to be. And see that little sign over there? What that says is, what you are is God's gift to you. And I leave you with this. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. Even if you are not religious, you can substitute many names for God. Like your mother, your father, yourself even. Know that you are loved. Know that you are who you are, and no one can ever take that away from you. So I leave you with that positive note. This has been the Bye Guy. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.